Hi friends,
Welcome to this episode.
how are you all doing? You must be watching online classes every day. How do you spend your spare time? Watching movies?
Very nice. Why do you love movies? Yes, because it gives you pleasure. Movies give you relief. And what else do movies give you? Right. Movies give you certain messages also. And we know that movies reflect culture.
So you all love films.
Dear children, you know the second unit of your English reader is all about films. It consists of three very interesting pieces. The first one is the Project Tiger, a memoir, an article by Satyajit Ray. The second one is a script of 4 scenes, a film script of 4 scenes. My Sister's Shoes, taken from The Children of Heaven, a very famous film by the world famous Iranian filmmaker Majid Majidi. There's also a song, Blowing in the Wind, by Bob Dylan.
What about watching a short cartoon film today?
Very good.
Let's start our class with a short cartoon film.
My birthday gift to you, oh, it's for a teddy bear. Buy you anything today, wonderful gift for birthday. The little pretty girl ran for playful doll, nothing to catch her heart. She so doves in a cart. Wow, what a pity, she says, the white doves in the cage. How much for this all? And take this check for whole. The little pretty girl opened the cages so, freed them all to skies, and people clap their hands.
Did you like the film? What did you like most? The story?
Yes.
The animation?
Right.
Or something else? Good. The girl's good-heartedness. What? Excellent. Her kindness. Okay. Does she buy a birthday gift for her? No. Instead, what does she do? She buys all the birds and sets them free.
The little girl in this film feels that freedom is very important. It is more important than anything else in the world. Right? Freedom is very important. And that is why there are so many songs and poems written about freedom. I remember a very famous verse in Malayalam. Bandhura Kanjana Kutilanengilum Bandhanam Bandhanam Tanne Paril. You know, even if the cage is made of gold, പറവകളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യമില്ലാത്ത ആ ജീവിതം യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ നരകതുല്യം തന്നെയാണ്. People like this little girl make this world of ours wonderful and glorious.
So is freedom so important?
Definitely. Freedom is very important, and that is why we have a lot of instances in history. We know India got freedom after several years of fight. And there are many people, millions and millions of them, who sacrificed their lives for freedom. Here are a few images of those people. Look at these pictures. They sacrificed their lives for freedom and rights and justice. Look at them.
Mahatma Gandhi,
Yes, the father of our nation,
Martin Luther King,
the greatest freedom fighter who was associated with the civil rights movements in America,
Nelson Mandela,
great leader who fought for civil rights,
Abraham Lincoln,
President of America who fought for putting an end to slavery,
and Malala Yousafzai.
the great Pakistani activist, the living activist who is still fighting for the freedom of education and freedom of rights, human rights.
We know that music played an important role in freedom movement all over the world. What do you say about that?
True, music has always played great role in motivating and inspiring the freedom fighters. Music inspired people who fought for freedom and unified them for a common cause. We have a number of songs, a number of poems in India also, which motivated, which inspired the freedom fighters. Let us listen to one song in Malayalam.
വരിക വരിക സഹചരി സഹന സമര സമയമായി കരളുറച്ചു കൈകൾ കോർത്ത് കാൽനടയ്ക്ക് പോകണം വരിക വരിക സഹചരി സഹന സമര സമയമായി കരളുറച്ചു കൈകൾ കോർത്ത് കാൽനടയ്ക്ക് പോകണം ദുഷ്ടനീതി രട്ടുവിൻ ചട്ടമൊക്കെ മാറ്റുവിൻ ദുഷ്ടനീതി ദുഷ്ടഭക്തിയൊട്ടുമേ നിലച്ചിടാം ദുഷ്ടനീതി രട്ടുവിൻ ചട്ടമൊക്കെ മാറ്റുവിൻ ദുഷ്ടനീതി ദുഷ്ടഭക്തിയൊട്ടുമേ നിലച്ചിടാം ശക്തിയില്ല തോക്കുമില്ല എങ്കിലും കരങ്ങളിൽ ശക്തിയില്ല തോക്കുമില്ല എങ്കിലും കരങ്ങളിൽ രക്തമുള്ള നാൾ വരെ നമുക്ക് യുദ്ധമാടണം രക്തമുള്ള നാൾ വരെ നമുക്ക് യുദ്ധമാടണം തത്ര തോക്ക പുണ്ട നീട്ടിയൊന്നുമില്ല എങ്കിലും ശത്രു തോറ്റു മണ്ടിടുന്നതെത്ര എത്ര അത്ഭുതം വിജയമെങ്കിൽ വിജയവും മരണമെങ്കിൽ മരണവും ഭയവിഹീനം അഖില ജനവും ആഗ്രഹിച്ചിറങ്ങണം ധീരരേ ധീരരേ ഭരിക ഭരിക സഹചരി സഹന സമര സമയമായി കരളുറച്ചു കൈകൾ കോർത്ത് കാൽനടയ്ക്കു പോകണം കാൽനടയ്ക്കു പോകണം കാൽനടയ്ക്കു പോകണം.
A dynamic song, isn't it? Dear children, songs are also used to protest against injustice, inequality, and denial of human rights. Shall we listen to such a song in English?
How many roads must man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must white those sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must cannonballs fly before they are forever banned?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Yes, and how many years can a mountain exist before it goes to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, Yes, and how many times can man turn his head, pretend that he just doesn't see?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Yes, and how many times must man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many days will take till he knows that too many people have died?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
How beautiful.
Truly, very nice song. Excellent.
You must have noticed certain expressions and images in this song. There may be some expressions and images that you still remember. Can you present a few of them?
Sure. There are a number of images like the mountain washed to the sea. There are cries of people heard everywhere, and some people turning a deaf ear to them. And there are images of deaths, people being dead, and there are people who never care for them. Such images are there.
All these images are interconnected. Can you connect all these images and fill in this map?
Yes, here is a sample. Say this. Dear children, do you know this song was composed by a famous singer, Bob Dylan, an American singer, composer, and one who was associated with the civil rights movement. Let's see his profile. Bob Dylan is an American singer, songwriter, artist, and writer who has been influential in popular music and culture for more than 5 decades. He was born on 24th May in 1941 in Minnesota in US and was given the name Robert Allen Zimmerman. His parents are Abraham Zimmerman and Beatrice. Much of his most celebrated work chronicled social unrest of his age. Nevertheless, early songs such as The Blowing in the Wind and The Times They Are Changing became the anthems for the American civil rights and anti-war movements. Dylan performs with guitar, keyboards, and harmonica. His accomplishments as a recording artist and performer have been central to his career, but songwriting is considered his best contribution. Since 1994, Dylan has published 6 books of drawings and paintings, and his work has been exhibited in major art galleries. As a musician, Dylan has sold more than 100 million records, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. He has received numerous awards, including the Grammy, Golden Globe, and Academy Awards. The Pulitzer Prize jury 2008 awarded him a special citation for his profound impact on popular music and American culture, marked by lyrical compositions of extraordinary poetic power. In May 2012, Dylan received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. In 2016, he was awarded with Nobel Prize in Literature.
There is a reference to the civil rights movement in the profile, isn't there?
Yes. In fact, in order to know more about this poem, you should know something about the civil rights movement. Let's watch a small cartoon video about it. Please watch it.
Sir, could you please tell us something about the civil rights movement?
Sure. It was a decades-long struggle by the African Americans to end racial discrimination. It started in the late 19th century, but it came to national prominence in the mid-1950s.
Sir, I have heard that it was a protest against the violation of the human rights.
Definitely. Later, it turned to be the protest for liberty.
How is it connected with the Vietnam War?
The Vietnam War had a great impact on the civil rights movement. It was fought for equality and liberty. Now let's have a look at some of the images.
Now read the first stanza of the song. Have you read it? Haven't you noticed that the poet uses a number of questions in this song?
Yes.
Right. Do the questions demand a specific answer? You are right. These questions are not asked for information.
Yes.
Instead, they are asked to confirm a statement or to make a point clear.
Right.
Poets use such questions to create a dramatic effect.
You are correct.
What do you call such questions? You don't know? I will explain. Such questions are called rhetorical questions.
Yes, sir. We need to know more about rhetorical questions. Let's see a small cartoon about it.
Hi, dear students. What is a rhetorical question?
It is a question that does not demand a specific answer.
It only suggests an idea, or confirms a statement, or makes a point.
It implies its own answer.
Let's check out.
Who hasn't heard about Gandhiji?
It means everyone has heard about Gandhiji.
Can a bird in a cage sing?
It means a bird in a cage cannot sing.
These questions are asked for dramatic effect.
No answer is expected.
It's a means of persuasion.
Dear children, can you identify this great man? Yes, Dr. Abdul Kalam. Here are a few questions about him. Some of them are rhetorical questions. Can you identify them? Yes, you are right. Question number 3 and 4 are rhetorical questions.
Yes, question number 3. Can we ever forget him? Is a rhetorical question because it is not asked for any kind of information. It does not demand any kind of answer, but it just means that no one can ever forget him.
See question number 4. Who will protest if a monument is built in his name? It suggests that no one will protest if a monument is built in his name.
Dear children, here you can see a few images. They are connected with some words or expressions or lines of the song. See, look at the first stanza, read the first stanza again, find out lines or expressions which are associated with these pictures. What's the first picture? A man walking down the road. What does it suggest? Do you think that the road merely means a road, or does it stand for something else? Definitely, the road stands for something else. What does it stand for? Here are a few options there. Three options are given. Find out the most appropriate one. Got it? Right. The road stands for experiences, life experiences. And usually we know the roads are in poetry associated with life, the journey of life. What about the second picture?
The second picture is about the white dove sleeping in the sand. What probably does the white dove stand for?
Usually in poetry, especially in literature, the white dove is a symbol of freedom and peace. Here also, it's used as a symbol of freedom and peace. Now, look at the third one.
The third picture is about cannonballs. What are cannonballs associated with?
Cannonballs are associated with war. You know what cannonballs mean? Pirangi undagalana. They are used in wars. So they are associated with wars.
Dear children, it's time to wind up.
The rest of the stanza will be discussed in our next episode. It's me, Mohanan. Bye.
It's me, Pavitran Mavila.